My pot is perfectly heated. What I'm having in my hands here is some tofu. I have a recipe on how you can make a perfect tofu recipe. That is a homemade tofu recipe, but here I am using a store-sold tofu. Since my pot is already hot, I'll just place in the tofu inside the pot and allow the pot to suck out some of the liquid from the tofu before I go ahead with the frying process. This is going to take about 2 to 3 minutes for the tofu liquid to dry. You see that when you press it, if I bring it close to the camera and press it, you notice some liquid. Yes, you notice some liquid inside the tofu. So I want to dry that liquid a little bit, otherwise it's not going to be tasty in the soup that we are making. And this is a pepper soup, so I want you guys to have a beautiful experience when you drink it. So I'll take it back to the pot and allow it to dry very well. While the tofu is busy doing its thing right in the pot there, what I have here is 6 pieces of garlic and a thumb of ginger. Blend these ingredients and set aside. Right now the tofu is completely dried. I'll bring out the tofu from the pot. If you don't want to go through this process and you have time earlier on, you can just use your towel and just squeeze the liquid out of the tofu. What I have here is 7 pieces of fresh tomatoes and 1 big red bell pepper. So what I will do is to wash it and then add it into my blender. So I've washed my red bell peppers and my tomatoes and placed them in my blender. What I have here is 2 fresh onions and half of purple onion. That means 2.5 onions. You need a lot of onions for that perfect flavor inside your pepper soup. And so what we are going to do now is to create the base of our pepper soup recipe. And now I'm going to pour in lots of water inside the blender. So the blending process is completed. What I will do now is to pour in the tomato and then pepper mixture inside the pot. To do that, I'll cross it in my sieve because I don't want the particles to enter the soup. I've added more water to the blender and I'm pouring it across the sieve here because this is what is going to form the flavor and the base of the soup. You just have to pour lots of water inside the blender. It all depends how you want to drink your pepper soup. For me, I usually like drinking lots and lots of water in my pepper soup recipe. So why not use this opportunity and then pour water in these peppers and bring out all the flavor of the tomatoes and bell pepper. Yeah, I have the chaff that came out of the whole mixture. Transfer it into a plate and keep it in my freezer. So in my pot, what I have now is the base. This stock here is going to form the base of our soup. Trust me when I say this pepper soup is going to be very delicious. As you can see, the color is so beautiful. In fact, it looks like an orange here. The color is very beautiful. Cover this pot and turn my heat to the very highest. We are going to boil this mixture for at least 10 minutes before we now add the potatoes inside it. So the oil is heated now. I'll go in and then drop the tofu inside the pot. Add a little drop of salt at the surface of the tofu. At the same time, I'll add a little drop of paprika at the surface of the tofu. A little pinch of black pepper, and finally a little pinch of white pepper. Allow the tofu to fry for 2 minutes to 3 minutes on each side and flip it. The appearance I'm looking for is perfectly achieved. You can see you don't want it to be too dry, you don't want it to be too moist, because we're also going to toss it inside the soup. So now I'm going to set all the tofu outside the heat. So here is our tofu. Can you see how it is looking? It looks exactly like chicken and tastes absolutely amazing. It tastes absolutely amazing. It tastes very nice. What I have here is my fresh potatoes, which I have already deskinned. So I'm going to dice them into half portions and then drop it into the pot. That is what I'm going to do to all the potatoes here. All you have to do is to divide the potatoes according to the sizes that you will prefer. I'm using 1.5 pack of potatoes. You can substitute the potatoes with yams or ripe plantains, or even the sweet Irish potatoes, or anything of your choice. Here I have 2 carrots which I have already cleaned. I'll add the carrot at the last stage of the recipe. The carrot is just for beautification and for also little flavors. Now I'll open my pot, and as you can see, this pot is boiling seriously. In fact, the pot is boiling with anger. So it's about 10-12 minutes since I have been boiling this. You can see the appearance of the mixture. Make sure that the tomatoes and the bell pepper, you know, must have cooked very well. So now we are going to add the potatoes inside the pot. And once the potato is added, it will not take so long to cook, and everything will be ready. So we'll add virtually everything right now. The water is above the potatoes, so now I'm going to break in a set of cube inside the pot. Use any vegan cube of your choice. Then I'll pour in the pepper soup spices. I'm using a spice mix. This spice mix contains all the local Nigerian spices that we use for pepper soup. So use any spice mix of your choice, or you can use all the ingredients one after the other. So this is what I have here, and I'm having a tablespoon of the spice mix. So I just poured it right into the pot. I'll add my salt later because naturally potato is very sweet in nature, you know, so I'll add my salt later. I'll just use my spoon and just mix everything here to combine. And guys, the aroma now is very nice. I mean, it's super rich and nice. So we are going to cover this to cook. It's like I'll add more water to this pot because I still want more water to this pot. I'll cover the pot and then cook it until the potato gets half cooked. So back to the same pot that we used to fry the tofu, I'm going to add some quantity of garlic and ginger. The garlic and ginger I showed you earlier on. So we'll stir fry this garlic for 1 minute, so that the flavor will just penetrate into the pot. So it's exactly 1 minute. You can see that the appearance of the garlic has changed a little bit. Then I'll add in some little chunks of onions, and then green peppers. That is this is green chili peppers. So I've been stirring for 1 minute. If you want it too spicy, you can go ahead and add in more peppers. But because my little kids are going to eat, I'm not going to add too much peppers for heat. So here I have 300 grams of 2 different types of mushroom. I have this type of mushroom. I don't know what it is called, but it's very flavorful. And then I have this normal mushroom. So I'll just pour it right into the pot. You can even mix or blend different types of mushrooms for different flavor. It works perfectly. And this mushroom has been cleansed very well. So please make sure you clean your mushroom well. Now add in a little sprinkle of salt at the surface of the mushroom. So because I don't want my mushroom to be tasteless in the soup, that is why I am stir frying it a little bit with just the same oil we use for the tofu. So please note that pepper soup don't require oil, so please just use a little dab of oil for this recipe because you want to be as healthy as possible. And we'll just stir fry this mushroom for only 1 minute. 1 minute, you set it aside. So 1 minute later, guys, you see how the mushroom is looking. You don't want to overcook it because we are going to pour this inside the soup. So I'll just turn off my heat and then set the mushrooms out. So guys, let's check the potatoes. You can see how seriously our pot is boiling at this stage. It's boiling very well. So the potatoes is almost half cooked. You don't want the potatoes structure to be destroyed. So now I'll add some salt inside the pot. Stir the pot to combine very well, and then try and taste it. The aroma is wonderful, guys. Salt can be deceptive sometimes, so be very careful in pepper soup. I just added a little more salt. So I'll cover the pot to continue cooking. 5 minutes later, guys. So right now I want to add all the remaining ingredients into the pot. The pepper soup tastes super nice right now. No artificial ingredient. It tastes super rich. So now I'm going to add the mushrooms we made earlier on. Then I'm going to add the carrots I told you earlier on with the tofu that we also prepared. So this is to enable everything to boil very well. So in less than 10 minutes, I'll bring this pot down. Cover the pot on the highest heat and allow everything to boil very well. Guys, this soup is super rich, very nutritious and healthy. Trust me, you will enjoy the health benefits that comes with it. 5 minutes later, and guys, we have come to the end of the recipe. Remember I told you I wasn't going to cook up to 10 minutes. So what I just want to add now is my parsley, my fresh parsley for that flavor. And that's it, guys. I'm going to allow this to simmer on the low heat for only 2 to 3 minutes, and then we are going to serve. I hope you guys love our vegan pepper soup recipe. I mean, it's super amazing. A pot of deliciousness. Just simmer it for 2 to 3 minutes, and finally your dish is ready. Guys, 2 to 3 minutes later, and everything is perfectly ready. As you can see, our vegan soup is ready. You see the potatoes maintain their shape and their look. And guys, the liquid in this pot tastes super natural and very amazing. You will love it. Just try it out. Thank you so much for joining me in today's recipe. I hope you love this soup. Don't forget to try it. Please share this video with your friends and family. Remember to invite your friends to come over to this platform, because here you get everything that you need on YouTube. Share, guys. Press the share button. It's not easy to develop or create recipes like this just to make you feel happy. So please share these recipes. So that is it for today.